powers again with Zach, and we got little D's Dans Mk1 Fiesta. How long have you had this? You've only just bought it, haven't you? I only just bought it 5 months ago, and it comes with a CVH engine. And today we're going to launch in an ST170 on a 5-speed gearbox is the plan. How far we get, we'll find out. Who knows? So we got Leeroy, easy cheesy, Zach, Dan, and a little Mk1. You got IV5 gearbox, ST170 engine, custom car suspension from the States, and
the only thing I'm not sure about is where the 5-speed needs to be.
Can't we kind of line it up on the 4-speed roughly?
Yeah, but it's miles away.
Yeah, just go a bit overkill.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you'd have said, I'd literally measured mine before I left.
You know what, like?
So I've done a schematic. No idea, I ain't got a clue.
Train does like a welded engine.
That's a crazy mount.
I know, I'm fucking genius, isn't it?
That's a crazy mount.
It looks a bit robot but
I was impressed, mate. I thought that was fucking.
looks good.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think we need to.
you think now,
normally need to cut fucking massive, so.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it before where you cut it little and then get a bit bigger and then a bit bigger and then...
Get the other gearbox.
What we'll do is. No, it's hard to kind of.
Should have put a 6-speed in it, you don't have to cut that then.
I did think about it, but Zach told me not to.
They're shit ratios.
So
They're fucking nightmare to put in.
just know that everything that happens today is his fault. I was going to run CEH.
Well, can't blame that on me.
What,
I never told you.
what are you going to do, like
I
carbs?
just said if I was building one.
Body, no?
You got full bodies?
IMAX bodies, yeah.
You bought them? Oh yeah. Here, treat yourself. It's a cool little car though, man. It's a really similar colour to Caleb's one, isn't it?
It's Vauxhall colour, apparently. Got some nice
Did it come with the coilovers and stuff?
Yeah.
And a boot full of bits?
Wants to use it because well, it was mine, but I never used it. Give it to her, didn't I? She loves it. She drove it around for like 3 years. Loved the old girl. Had a couple of bangs in it.
That's what you want. If it's going to be a purpose-built track car, then
Dents. The old beastie.
So yeah, Leeroy's just brought this down. He's going to give it a quick wash and hopefully get through an MOT.
It's my old Zetec S. We've had her a few years now. Been in storage. The old girl. Sadly, my Punto's dead, so I'm going to be bringing this little girl out. It's clean the first pipe. It's filthy.
Yeah.
Full of spiders.
That's a before shot. Fucking hell, you already got the engine out. Alright, I missed that bit. Don't hang around. Dan, what are you doing? Fitting lowering springs?
Right, they're better than lowering springs. No, just fell out.
Fuel tank's off. Have you got to put swell pot in the tank or are you going to put it all in the boot? Sorry?
In the boot.
It's a brand new latest version. Fucking raw. I'd be interested to see how he's done the yeah, so he's changed all this from my setup.
Yeah, so is that this one now?
Look at that.
Well, so you fit it all.
And then yeah, I think so many of the cars are slightly
didn't fit.
slightly questionable in terms of the sizing. So he's like fully adjustable. You could always like grind it back and weld that and just, but then you lose the powder coating, I suppose. That's nice as well.
Once it's run, if it dries alright, then you weld it all up and
TCAs. Proper bowl.
Starting to get sick of different drilling out spot welds.
It's when you get onto the hammer and the twist to wiggle it off. So engine mounts out, gone through a couple of places, but we can plug weld them from the back. And then we just got to cut out this notch for the 5-speed gearbox because the tail end of it goes through the chassis rail, and then weld a plate in to finish it all off. And then the custom coil kit actually has a big strengthening bar in it to add a bit more strength to this whole area where you've obviously lopped a load of it out.
Let's go a little bit bigger, I reckon.
That's the way to eye it up though. What's that off? You're on.
The spare one that I've been wanting to rebuild for.
Never gonna happen.
I think that's what's much quite bigger now, to be fair.
Yeah. It's also how far forward it goes. I'm sure you need to cut it to like here.
I don't know, I looked at some photos, man, and it kind of like... I think it's the back I fucked up on, I think the front's alright.
No, I'm pretty sure mine comes to around here. I'm liking this.
Is that something more good with? Yeah, man. Have a look at the back end, mate.
Oh, look at that one. Go and get some chewing gum. What we got is that EFI flywheel. CVH.
This one's got fucking CVH trigger on the back. I'm pretty sure this one I actually got off you. Many years ago.
Possibly. Are you putting a paddle clutch in it? Yeah. The shorter bolts. They're the shorter bolts, yeah? So like ST170 bolts are hench. Have you got them?
Yeah, they're over there.
Sorry?
Got to change the sensor, ain't you?
You shouldn't do. No, CPS is fine.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So just taking all of the crap off that we don't need, like the front cover. I'm going to take the sandwich plate off. Water pump pulley. Dan's going to wang his CVH EFI flywheel on, which has got the bits out the back and it's a lot lighter than a standard ST170. It's not dual mass bollocks. They're Loctite, gun them up. And then got an IB5 5-speed gearbox from an Escort to put in it. So I've also brought my axle down with the intention of chopping the ends off and then welding on, or turning some inserts up to press in, plug weld it round the end, and then locate these on, weld round that piece, and then weld round the plate and the axle to then mount ST170 or focus rear hubs, and then I can have discs and calipers on the rear, is the plan. This is the plan for the axle. So where I've cut it, I'm going to hole drill it for plug welding it, get Carlo to machine up a little bit that pops in there, and then my plate will centre onto that, weld it all round,
Yeah.
Should be good. Looks like a diamond in a goat's ass. Fail. Just cut it.
Cut that
one and then we'll get another bolt.
Should be the only way, innit?
Yeah.
To be fair, it's good. It's taken me less time to do this than it would take me to make one from scratch. So.
It's halfway there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where do you get the top mount from? Who makes it?
That's Shane Baker.
And he made the tin bit as well. What's the length going to be?
I don't know.
I'd match it to the original for now. So these are proper Gucci custom Carl panhard rod.
They are Gucci as fuck.
Yeah, boy. Overnight parts from America. These are too nice to put on this scabby old axle.
Need a nice orange one, don't it?
Yeah, all cut up. Zach's managed to get this all to fit. Opening up the holes with it, sausage holes.
Even put the locating hole on. Like a proper mount.
Nice. So this all needs to be welded to the inner wing, but we'll put the engine in the engine bay and get the levels right, and then spot weld it in and drop the engine out, and then blast it all up. Yeah. So he's got a 1.1 cradle instead of using the XR2 one. Usually you've got to cut this shit out to clear the drive shaft, but the beauty of the 1.1 cradle is you don't have to do that. But then you also need some zoo speed spacers, which are, where are your zoo speed spacers?
Oh yeah.
Here's some that Zach made earlier.
Oh, you haven't put your sticker on yet?
Yeah.
Full fitting kit supplied, because you know, everything I do actually fits.
And that just offsets the cradle enough so that you can mount a Zetec or an ST170 in a Mark 1 Fiesta using a 1.1 cradle. Tried and tested. Just taking the sump off. With the black top and ST170s, they've got this weird like windage tray thing going on with a 2-part sump. So what you need to do is get yourself a 1.8 sump like this, and then buzz that webbing off because that'll hit on the cradle and the bearer. Oh, she's out. Are you leaving all this stuff on?
Yeah.
So everyone knows what it is. Do it? Yeah, man. Perfect. I'll just cover them with my hands.
Well, yeah.
Whoa! It's got to go that way. How are we looking? Check the back. You got to go, keep going up. You're on the stud now.
It's that mount.
You have to cut a bit of plate and just cover that bit up and then fill the back up. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Again, the whole thing looks like it's leaning back.
Get a spirit level on the top of the engine and we'll have a look at that.
Wait, right, let's just go. That's just under 9. That's basically just under 9. So it's level in terms of level with this. There.
Good shout. I think we're in agreement that it's
It's about 89 degrees. I fucking
Pretty
don't think
good.
we're gonna get any better than that.
no?
So I'll drop Mark's phone.
Sorry, shit old phone anyway.
What?
There's like a lump on that, isn't there?
Right on here.
I think it's there or thereabouts. I think you're pretty good. I think just gun it in. Yeah, because that's blatantly welded in by this.
Yeah. 89 degrees that side. Yeah, I think we're fucking pretty much there.
Weld her up. Tack her up. What's the gearbox look like? Yeah, just a little bit on the. Yeah, you could take a little bit off the front if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to take a little bit off the front just to, because I probably only got like 3mm plate to weld back in it.
So just spot welded the top mount up, and now we whip the engine out and weld everything up, and then are we going to bother rattle canning anything? Dan, you going to bother rattle canning anything?
Yeah, it's going to come back out again anyway. So
Oh, you got to do the sump properly. Alright, fair one. So there's the front plate, a little infill piece, and then a piece on the back. And just weld that all up, and then plate all that up, and then the engine can go back in, I assume.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Right, so I'm gonna have to make a move because I'm going out for dinner, but Fucking hell. Yeah, basically they're going to crack on, weld all the bits up, mount the engine, fit all the custom car front suspension, and possibly have a look at doing some of the brake lines on it. But hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight as to a good way of mounting up an ST170 engine and 5-speed gearbox in a Mark 1 Fiesta. I hope you enjoyed the, steaming up, it's hot. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch up with you next time. Take care.